Ladies and gentlemen, the American cheering Bulldog Nation, welcome to the Eric Deters Show. I got a few things in history I'm going to do off the cuff today that I thought was pretty interesting. In 1915, the first tank was produced. Nazi Germany required all Jews in 1941 over the age of 6 to wear a yellow Star of David on their clothes. You don't think that's coming our way? And Leon Koskos, an unemployed anarchist, shoots and fatally wounded McKinley at the Pan American Exposition in New York. I bet you nobody knows that the guy's name. I would just call him Leon C. All right? And then last but not least, this was the day in 1997, the funeral of Princess Di. 1 million lined the streets, 2.5 billion watched on television. All right, the big news was Hunter plea bargain. He pled guilty. First, he tried an Alford plea, just so you know. What an Alford plea is you don't plead guilty or not guilty, but you acknowledge that there's enough evidence to convict you, so you kind of like say Alford plea. And that comes from a North Carolina case called State versus Alford. All right, but 9 counts. They had to read the 56-page indictment in open court. 9 charges. He had to plead to every one of them. And what is the spin from his lawyers? The spin from the lawyers, he's sparing the family the nightmare and the show trial. No, you're sparing them the embarrassment of all the dumb crap you did. And you know what, folks? He's going to get pardoned on both these charges. And so plea bargaining is the only way to go. Plus, Joe's not running for president anymore. All right, the Trump economic plan. He released it at a New York Economic Club yesterday. And it has all the usual things that you love. Tax cuts, tariffs, just help it, cutting regulations. It's a beautiful plan, unlike Kamala Harris's. All right, the biggest news that I think coming from these campaigns really could be that Elon Musk has volunteered to serve in President Trump's administration and do a complete audit on the federal government. Wow, the swamp would end. And if you notice, the first time Trump was president, he had to surround himself with Bushites. And he made a few missteps. Biggest one, Jeff Sessions, AG. But you know what? He's got it together this time. And they're going to have smart Trump people all around him. Just think of some of these people. Bobby Kennedy over at Health and Human Resources. Compare him to Levine. Elon Musk evaluating everything. Imagine that. People like J.D. Vance as VP doing something. Tulsi Gabbard. The talent around Donald Trump is so far superior than Kamala and Joe's. It's not even close. You ready for this? ICE has confirmed that the Colorado apartment Venezuelan gang is in fact a Venezuelan gang that did come in fact illegally and was let go by Joe Biden's gang people. Wow. How many examples do voters need to not vote for Kamala Harris? Meanwhile, Kamala Harris has raked in $300 million in cash in August. I mean, they are so desperate. Think of all the people with the contracts, all the people that are living large off these Democrats' administrations, the swamp. The press is on to avoid their ruination. Barack's half-brother, Malik, has endorsed Donald Trump. Malik. First the Trump camp, first the Waltz family, now some of the Obamaites. Kroger CEO claims that if this merger goes through with Albertson, they'll cut prices then. Why can't they cut prices now? It's unbelievable. Freedom Fest. Got to keep promoting it. Next weekend, Friday, Saturday, and Sunday. Saturday's the big day. All right, Kamala Harris is being mocked even by CNN of her use over the Trump wall when she opposed Trump's wall. I mean, these people are just shameless political hack gangsters. China is asking the Joe Biden administration to remove all tariffs. If China wants us to remove those tariffs, they must be working. And you know when these tariffs came about? Trump. Father of the Georgia shooter, Colin Gray, has been arrested for murder, manslaughter, and child cruelty. Do you realize he gave him a gun for Christmas or his birthday after the FBI visits him being concerned about the guy? That's all we know so far. And the Trump campaign is asking Kamala Harris, we want proof you worked at McDonald's. You know what? I'll bet you she lied about it. I'll bet you she cannot produce proof that she worked at a McDonald's. Would that not be great? The only private sector job she ever had, McDonald's, and she lied about it. People in Florida are leaving because of the HOA fees. They're leaving because of the HOA fees. Too expensive. All right. Trump says that he doesn't know if Putin's doing him a favor or not a favor by endorsing Kamala Harris for president. Putin did it with a smile on his face. Oh, it is so good. Said that she smiles and laughs a lot, proves that she's happy. And it's endearing. Black Conservative Federation are going on a bus ride to help Donald Trump. Romney and McCain didn't have that. Trump is thanking Brittany Mahomes, who said she wants to make America great again. Double down, supporting Trump. Good for Brittany Mahomes. I am a Brittany Mahomes fan. I didn't really like the fact that she went out there and showed all her skin in the Sports Illustrated swimsuit. I mean, if she's my wife, I wouldn't want her to do that. Don't you want your wife to keep her privates for you? Nippon Steel, you can't make it up. Trump and Vance were against Nippon Steel purchase of U.S. Steel, the great U.S. corporation, national security issue from day one. And just now, after high pressure, what's going on in Pennsylvania? Only now has Joe Biden said they will oppose it until Kamala wins, and they'll let it happen. 99,000 were the only jobs added in August. Terrible, terrible month. You're welcome, Kamala Harris and Joe Biden say. George Soros-backed group, anti-Semitic group, 60 visits to the White House. 60. And NVIDIA had almost a wipeout of its stock price, and there was ripple effects from it. We'll see how it goes from here. This is the Bulldog. Every dog has their day. Do not be a plume-plucked, glass-gazing gudgeon. Your Shakespearean insult of the day. Do not be a plume-plucked, glass-gazing gudgeon. Be an oracle. Be a good person. Be like me, a sinner, not a saint, but an all-around good guy.